Hello friends, welcome to the video. Sorry it's been such a long time. I haven't really had anything to review or talk about really, but jumping on the Deadpool 3 coming hype, we've got Deadpool 2 to look at. So here we go, this is the SHFiguarts Deadpool 2, the one with the guns, and the darker costume, which I prefer personally, but each their own, and there he is. He's just doing a bit of tomb raiding at the moment because he's that kind of guy, and he's got a little monkey to keep him company. Let's take the indie hat off of him, which isn't too bad a fit really. Excuse the shaky hands there. He's giving you a nice salute there, like Captain America, and he is a very nice figure. He's very, very posable, which, you know, obviously is what you want with your Deadpool. Nice articulation all round, nice stiff body, everything feels good. There's no loose bits or too tight bits, everything works very well. The only, I suppose, slight problem is the shoulder pads do somewhat stop the articulation in this regard. You can slip that a bit further by popping the shoulder pad over that side, but obviously this side you've also got the body strap, which gets in the way slightly, but despite all of that, still very nice indeed. Karate. Oh dear, you knocked the monkey over, Deadpool. That's not very nice, is it? Although he's a Nazi monkey, so fair enough. But yeah, he's a really good figure, and I'm sure we'll get a Deadpool 3 version at some point. I've had a look at, oops, knocked his swords off. I had a look at the trailer, obviously, and it looks really cool. I think there are some differences to the suit, so I'm sure we'll be getting probably a Hot Toys and an SHF figure coming quite soon. Bloody monkey. Bane of my life, that monkey, I tell you. Let's see if I can do this with my shaky hands. Oh, he's got the Spear of Destiny. Now everyone's in trouble. Yeah, a really nice figure. Be entertained for a moment by SHF Indiana Jones. Oh, I'll swap some bits around. We can have a look at some other parts. Loads of hands. And that's the tool for getting his eyes out of his head, which is not a nice thing to have to say, but there you go. So yeah, loads of hands, lots of cool fun poses, thumbs up, pointy fingers, heart-making hands. And of course we have lots of guns, which is I suppose the main point of this set really, isn't it? I can't believe they never put guns with the original one. So he's got his plain guns holstered without effects. And you've got your two blasty guns and your two smoky guns. And these are very nicely done. Excellent detail, got a nice solid feel to them. There's no sorts of, you know, they don't feel in any way cheap or breakable. We have the swords, which are again very nice, good details, good paint. Nicely done. And if I can show you without them falling out of the packet. No, I cannot. He has also got another 3 sets of eyes, which you can swap out with what I would imagine would be quite a lot of difficulty, particularly for someone with shaky hands, but we might give it a go. Let's see what happens. Bear with me while we just swap some hands about. Now the hand swapping is very easy. Again, you know, I'm always impressed with SHF and Mafex, to be fair to them. They do a really good job with the hand swapping. It's easier than most 1/6 figures I've got, which is odd when you think about it, isn't it? I mean, the amount of times I've broken or nearly broken a Hot Toys peg in a hand, but these guys, they do it beautifully. So why then can't Hot Toys? Keep looking at Indy while I fiddle about. Just trying to pop her. See which hand's which here. That might be one. Yeah, very excited for Deadpool 3. Nice to see Wolverine again. How do you feel about that? I know some people are a bit worried that, obviously with Logan being a very good film, most people seem to really like Logan. I really liked it. I think it's probably the best, definitely the best Wolverine film we've had, and just, you know, one of the best comic book films too, probably. But I know some people are a bit worried that that ending and that, you know, excellent film might be in some way tarnished or ruined by him appearing in Deadpool 2, 3 even. But I don't think so. I'm sure, you know, Ryan Reynolds is a fan, isn't he? I'm sure he would have, you know, thought about these things and written something that makes sense without damaging what's come before. I hope so anyway. I'm sure it'd be really good. Right, let's have a look at Deadpool now. Ankle's a tiny bit stiff, but a little bit of work. He is with one of his swords and one of his, excuse me Indy, thank you for holding the fort for me while I was away. One of his lovely swords, katanas, and a thumbs up hand. He's very cool. Oh, he's got a Nancy monkey in everything now. You're in so much trouble. It'll mess you up. And the monkey's going to eat you. So yeah, I mean, really, overall, excellent, worthwhile purchase. I steer clear of the Hot Toys Deadpool, mainly because of the flaky suit issue. I mean, even if you find one that is okay now, you know it's not going to be in the future. It's a matter of time till it starts falling apart. Whereas, you know, these guys, build quality is really good. You know the suit's not going to flake because it's all plastic. Don't get me wrong, I like the Hot Toys one, it's a good looking figure, but I just don't want to be putting money into something that I know is going to have a short shelf life. But, you know, obviously if you're happy to do that, if that's, obviously you're aware of that and you're happy to spend your cash knowing that, you know, you might get a few years, but that's probably going to be about the strength of it. That's all good. And I'm sure, you know, somebody clever could make you a an improved suit. I don't know, that's quite an expensive business, I'd have thought, because you've got not a leather one really. You're looking at quite a lot of money, I'd have thought, if you could find someone to commission to do you a custom Deadpool suit. Let's wait and see Deadpool 3 from Hot Toys, which I'm sure we'll get. I'd like to say, you know, maybe that would be an improved version, but I don't know. Hot Toys don't seem to be doing a lot of improving, in my opinion, or sort of getting worse. You know, that Peter Parker Spider-Man, the oh, not Andrew Garfield, the other fella, Tobey Maguire. I mean, you know, the neck on that is dreadful, and the stitching on the head. I haven't actually got him here, but I've watched videos and I know people who've got him. And you just think to yourself, that's like, you know, version 2, so to speak, of that, where they've had another go at it. I don't know. They're doing well in some respects. I mean, you know, most of the Star Wars stuff's been looking really nice. But I don't know if they're just not putting the effort into our licenses because there's less money in them, obviously. But when you look back at, you know, some of the things they did a few years ago, I think they're losing quality rather than gaining it. Yeah, he's a beautiful boy. See if we can give you a bit of a close-up of him and get a better idea. Excuse the shaky hands. Well, they're better than they were. Good days, bad days. I hope you're all having good days. And remember, if you have bad days, you'll get a good day at some point. You just got to hold on for one more day, as the song says. Yeah, no complaints at all with this. I can't find a nit to pick. Really nicely done. I'd say quite an improvement over the version 1. Although I haven't actually had that in hand, I have seen it, people who've got it, and you know, I've obviously watched reviews of that, but I much prefer the colour of this one. I like the duller red. And obviously, you know, Deadpool's got to have guns, hasn't he? Right, give us your gun here, mate, so we can show it off to the people. Oops, the holster's come off. Hang on a sec. Nice tight fit on that, without feeling too tight, if you see what I'm saying. Can you see that okay? Is the camera picking it up? Very nice. And like I say, really solid. It doesn't feel in any way flimsy. Paint's really nice. Very well done. It also comes with the neck inhibitor collar. I'm not going to pop that on because, well, I don't want to, so no. And this is the permanently sheathed knife. You do also get a knife and an empty sheath, so you can display him like that if you wish to. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you're a Deadpool fan, and quite frankly, if you're not, you should be. I don't think you could ask for a great deal more than this. He's really, really nice. There's the hole where the sword holder goes in. Lovely details. Nice bits of subtle weathering too. I like the way they've done the wash. Helps bring the elements of the suit to life, I think. I'm not going to try and swap out the eyes on camera because I think that's a bit of a tricky job for me, but I'll have a play of it at some point. fall down. Hang on a sec. Deadpool's broken the, well, it's not the 4-4 because there's only 2 of them, but still, you know, you get the joke. Some really nice posability on it. With a bit of work, you can sort of pull off any sort of Deadpool pose you might fancy. And that's really what you want for this figure. You want the posability. You know, when you compare him to someone like Indy, obviously Indy looks better as a figure because of the lack of joints and therefore more limited posability. But it gives a nice look to the jacket and the trousers, etc. So overall the proportions and look of the figure on the shelf or whatever you're doing with him is nicer. But with Deadpool you want as much jointage as possible so you can really, you know, flex him about and do some cool poses. And the joints don't bother me, I must say, you know, they're there for a reason, they work really well, happy to have them. I think, you know, if you didn't want to see joints, then buy a statue. You know, there's Deadpool statues, and if that's your thing, then good on you. But I think, you know, if you're buying an action figure of Deadpool, you want as much joints as possible. And they're nicely done. I mean, you know, you can see them, but there's no way not to see them. That's the SHFiguarts Indie hat, which would fit him quite nicely, apart from the obviously the back of the mask is a bit sticky outy, but that should be like that, so that is good. Deadpool, behave yourself. So yeah, overall, really happy. He's a beautiful figure. If you're a fan, pick him up. I would have thought with the movie coming out that price is going to go up on this until such a time as we get the next one, but you've got to be thinking that's a while off. You know, no announcement yet. I'm sure there will be, but from announcement to release, oh, who knows these days? Hot Toys, 1.5 2 years. SHF, year maybe a bit less if they're, you know, already working on it. If there's not too many differences and they can reuse most of this sculpt and mould work they've already got, then perhaps quicker. But it'd be nice to see some other SHFiguarts Deadpool stuff too, isn't it? There's some cool, nice to see Cable, nice to see Domino, nice to see Sugar Bear. I would totally buy that figure, just for the moustache alone. So yeah, lots of fun to be had with him. But again, Deadpool's such a great standalone character, and with like the universe jumping abilities that he has, he can go on any shelf with anybody and it'd be fun. There you go, that's his young ward, short round. Imagine being Deadpool's ward, eh? Not sure that would just be very good. So you can put whoever you want with Deadpool, and it's just, you know, it's fun, isn't it? It's a great figure. I think again, you know, really it doesn't too much about the whole 6-inch scale disparities with him either, because again, you can imagine him pitching up in any universe and making trouble, and there being, you know, no harm in a tiny bit of scale difference. So he's going to go and visit the 4th Doctor with his ward short round while searching for the Holy Grail. And Indy's going to come along and be quite displeased that Deadpool's got the Grail before he did. Anyway, folks, that's probably enough for today. I waffled on loads. Thanks for watching. If you want to do like likings and stuff, you can, but you don't have to. Don't feel no ways. I'm not here to make money. Well, I haven't got any, so, you know, if you want to give me a couple of million quid, yes, please. And I don't know what I'll have next. I've got a few custom projects I'm working on. That should be done quite soon. They're 1/6 scale, so when they're ready, I'll do videos on them and show them off. And I've got some secret things going on that hopefully I can show at some point, which is where most of my money's gone, hence less figure buying and less reviews. But I appreciate you all watching. I hope wherever you are in the world you're doing as best as you can, and if you're not having a good day, just keep going. This too shall pass. Nothing lasts forever. You'll get there, my friend. And if you're feeling sad, say hello to me and I'll say hello back. So be nice to each other, because it's free. And I'll see you soonish.